If you run a dental practice, you know this feeling. Your receptionist is making reminder calls all day, every single day. Like 50 appointments this week means 50 manual phone calls, texts, and emails. And even then, 12 of those patients still won't show up. I've spent the last 6 months building automation systems for dental practices, and one pattern keeps showing up. Missed appointments are the silent profit killer. So I built this, a fully automated reminder system that handles everything: initial reminders via SMS, email, and AI calls, patient confirmation, reschedules, cancellation, even filling open slots from the waitlist. 5 distinct automation sections, and it runs completely hands-free. Let me walk you through it. Now before we jump into the nodes, let me give you the big picture. This isn't just one automation. It's 5 separate systems working together. Think of it like a relay race. Each section handles specific jobs, then passes the baton to the next. Section 1 sends the reminder. Every 5 minutes, it checks who needs a reminder. Grab the right template, personalize it, and sends it via SMS, email, or AI voice calls. Section 2 handles patient responses. Patient wants to confirm, logged instantly. Needs to reschedule, marked and routed to your office. Wants to cancel, processed automatically. Zero manual work. Section 3 is your safety net. When the front desk reschedule an appointment, old reminders get deleted and new ones get created with updated timing. No more outdated notifications. Section 4 tracks performance. Every day at 6 p.m. you get analytics, reminder sent, confirmation received, no-shows rate, and revenue protected. Section 5 fills cancelled slot. It finds matching waitlist patients and notifies them within seconds. First reply wins. Your schedule stays full. I'm walking through each section node by node so you can see how the data flows, where the logic lives, and how everything connects. By the end, you will have the complete blueprint, whether you are building this yourself or exploring what's possible with automation. Let's start where every appointment's journey begins, with the reminders. The heart of this system starts with a simple schedule trigger that runs every 5 minutes. Think of it like a digital assistant that never takes a coffee break. Every 5 minutes, it checks, are there any reminders that need to go out right now? When the timer fires, it makes an API call to the dental practices database. This node hits an endpoint I built in Chash that queries the SQL Server database for any reminder scheduled to be sent at this exact moment. Oh, by the way, if you need help setting up the API endpoint I'm using here, drop a comment below and I will make a follow-up video showing exactly how to build those Chash endpoints for the reminder system. But what's happened when patient actually respond? The API returns a JSON response with the count and an array of all pending reminders. Patient name, phone number, email, appointment details, the works. Here is where it gets interesting. This code node takes the bulk response and splits it into individual items, one item per reminder. If there is no reminders, it logs no reminders to send, and the workflow stops. But if there are reminders, let's say 7 of them, it logs the count, creates 7 separate data items, each with full patient details. Now we need to grab the right message template. This node calls the API dynamically based on 2 variables. First one is reminder types like 7 day before or 1 day before, and the other one is reminder method like SMS, emails, or AI calls. The API returns a professional template with variables: patient name, doctor name, appointment data, clinic info, everything. Then this formatting node does the magic. It replaces all template variables with actual patient data. Dear patient name becomes Dear Sarah. Your appointment with doctor name becomes your appointment with Dr. Martinez. It even hard codes clinic information, name, address, phone number, so every message feels personal and professional. And by the way, you can also add an AI agent into these workflows to get more diverse output. So yeah, this is where the system gets smart. The switch node looks at the reminder method and routes each message to the correct channel. SMS, it goes down the first path. Email, second path. AI voice call, third path. Full transparency. In this testing version, these are mock nodes. They log what would be sent, generate fake message ID, and return success status. In production, you would swipe these with real Twilio nodes for SMS, SendGrid or Gmail for email, and Blend AI or VAPI for AI calls. The logic stays identical, only the communication nodes change. Finally, the database gets updated. It receives the reminder ID, status sent, delivery status delivered, and message ID. This marks the reminder complete with a timestamp, giving you a full audit trail of every communication. That's section 1. Fully automated appointment reminders sent via multiple channels, personalized for each patient, tracked in the database. But what happened when patients actually respond? That question leads us straight into the section 2, because sending reminders is only half of the equation. When patient replies to a reminder, that message needs to go somewhere. This webhook is like mailbox that's always open. It receives incoming text from the patients, their phone number, their message, and unique message ID. This parsing node standardizes everything. Whether it's coming from Twilio or test message, it extracts the key data and adds a timestamp. Clean, consistent format ready to processing. Here's the challenge. When someone texts back, the system doesn't automatically know which appointment they are talking about. So it makes an API call with their phone number. The database searches for their most recent pending appointments and returns everything. Appointment ID, patient name, date, time, doctors, all of it. Now the system has full context. This is where it gets intelligent. The switch node reads what the patient typed and routes them one of 3 paths. Path 1, confirmation. Patient wants to confirm. The system hits the database and marks the appointment as confirmed. Then it generates a reply. Great, your appointment on the date at the time is confirmed. See you then. Instant feedback, everything logged. Path 2, reschedule request. Patient needs to reschedule. The system logs the request in the database and sends back, no problem, please call us at office number to pick a new time. We are happy to help. This flags the appointment for your front desk team so they know someone needs attention. Path 3, cancellation. Patient wants to cancel. The appointment gets marked as cancelled and they receive your appointment has been cancelled. Sorry to miss you. Call office number to reschedule anytime. Professional, tracked, automatic. Every patient response is handled in seconds. Database updates in real time. Your team knows what's happening. Patients get immediate replies. Zero staff intervention required. You know, building stuff like this used to take me forever when I first started. I would stuck on webhook configuration, API formatting, database schemas, all that stuff. That's actually why I put the full workflow JSON in the description. So you don't have to build every single node from scratch. You can just import it into your N8N system and modify for your setup. It's down there, totally free. Now, if you are a practice owner or office manager and you are thinking, okay, this is cool, but where does automation actually make sense for my clinic specifically? I'm doing free 20 minutes call where I'll walk you through what makes sense for your clinic. No sales pitch, no BS, just showing you where you are bleeding time and how to plug those holes with automation. Booking link is in the description, completely free. But yeah, let me show you what happens when your front desk reschedule an appointment. That's where section 3 comes in. This is the safety net most automation systems forget. Just picture this scenario. Your front desk reschedules Mr. Johnson's appointments from Tuesday at 2 p.m. to Thursday at 10 a.m. The appointments updates in your practice management system. Everything looks good, but here is what happens if you don't have this section. Mr. Johnson still gets reminder texts on Monday about her Tuesday's appointment that doesn't exist anymore. Confusing for the patient and embarrassing for the practice. When your practice management system reschedules an appointment, it sends a webhook notification to this endpoint. Simple data. Just the appointment ID. This parsing node extracts that appointment ID and prepares for the next step. This is where the cleanup happens. The node makes a post request to an API endpoint I built specifically for this. The API does 2 critical things. First, it deletes all pending reminders for that appointments, the old Tuesday reminders that are now useless. Second, it creates brand new reminders based on the updated Thursday appointment time. So if your appointment moves from Tuesday to Thursday, the system automatically reschedules when to send the 7-day reminder, the 3-day reminder, the 1-day reminder, everything. This final node logs the result, how many old reminders were deleted, and confirms that new ones were created. Full audit trail, complete automation. Your patients never receive outdated notifications. Your staff never has to manually track which reminders need updating. The system just handles it silently, automatically, perfectly. Now, automation is great, but how do you know it actually working? How do you measure the impact? That's what Solution 4 is all about, your daily performance dashboard. Because data without insights is just noise. This schedule trigger fires once a day at 6 p.m. sharp. Perfect timing. The workday is done and you are about to head home. When the trigger fires, it calls an analytics API endpoint. The endpoint queries the database for today's performance across everything. Total reminders sent, broken down by SMS, email, and AI calls. How many patient confirmed, how many requested reschedules, how many cancelled. Your confirmation rate as percentage, no-show count, and no-show rate. And here is my favorite matrix. Estimated revenue protected. The system calculates this by multiplying confirmations by an average appointment value of $150. So if you had 28 confirmations today, that's $4,200 in protected revenue. This formatting node takes all the data and creates a clean, readable report. Professional formatting, clear metrics, and actionable insights. In testing mode, this just logs the report. But in production, you'd connect to SendGrid node to email it to your practice manager, or a Slack node to post it in your team channel. Every single day, you get a snapshot of exactly how the system is performing, what's working, what's need attention, revenue impact. Now here is where things get really interesting. What happens when a patient cancels and you have an open slot? Most practices, this slot just sits empty, but not with Section 5. This is where cancelled appointment turns into opportunities. When patient cancels, that's an open slot in your schedule. In most practices, it just sits empty, unless someone manually calls through a waitlist. But manual calls is slow. By the time you reach someone, hours have passed. When an appointment gets cancelled, in your practice management system, it sends a webhook with the appointment ID, doctor ID, and the date and time of the slot. This node extracts those details and adds a cancellation timestamp. Here's where it gets smart. The system makes an API call with the doctor ID and the cancelled appointment date and time. The database searches your waitlist table for patients who match. Same doctor, similar time frame. Maybe Mr. Thompson has been waiting for an earlier slot with Dr. Martinez. Maybe Mr. Lee wanted a Thursday afternoon appointment. The API returns an array of matching patients. If there are no matches, it logs no waitlist patient for this slot and stops. But if there are matches, let's say 3 patients, it creates 3 separate notification items. For each waitlist patient, the system sends a text. Great news! An earlier appointment is now available on October 13th at 2 p.m. with Dr. Martinez. Reply yes to claim it. First come, first served. This is the mock version that logs the message. In production, you would connect a Twilio node to actually send those SMS notifications. First patient to reply yes gets the slot. The schedule stays full. The revenue stays protected. And that's the complete system. 5 sections working together. Sending reminders, handling responses, updating timing, tracking performance, and filling cancel slots. All automatic, all tracked, all designed to keep your schedule full and your patients happy. So let's recap what we just built. Section 1 automatically sends personalized reminders every 5 minutes via SMS, emails, and AI calls, all tracked in your database. Section 2 handles patient responses intelligently, whether they confirm, reschedule, or cancel, updating everything in real time. Section 3 keeps reminder accurate when your team reschedules appointment, so the patients never get outdated notifications. Section 4 delivers daily analytics at 6 p.m., showing you exactly what's working, your confirmation rate, no-shows rate, and revenue protected. And Section 5 fills cancel slot by automatically notifying waitlist patients within seconds. 5 automation sections, 0 manual work. The system reduces no-shows, save your staff hours every single week, and keeps your schedule full. Now, if you are watching this thinking, I want this for my practice, I help dental offices implement systems exactly like this. The link to book a consultation is in the description below. And I'll be back next week with a brand new automation project for dental clinics. Another system that will save your time and make your practice run smoother. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.